Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's time for Coven. This is another episode of our called Trickster, one of the top 20 builds currently. I'll try to execute this as best as possible, but without much further ado, let's jump in. We don't have to kill anybody here. These guys are low level. Don't waste time. Even this not gonna drop crystals if you're over level. Here we got a little bit problematic map layout. Summon our friends. At this point we murder everything. Around level 50 we have to upgrade the monster frequency. Like our amulet's gonna fade off soon. Ilgur's medal is already outdated. Have to update this as well. I think weapons currently not that bad. My main hunt is okay. It's level 41 base. So it's not completely necessary to go for it. Here I believe I missed the Gloomload Rift somehow. Yep, that's one of the problems with Nightblade. You're so fast that sometimes you pass next to the objectives. Here, usually I use the shortcut. We want to kill every single tree guy and every single plant. Here is a side quest that leads to main treasure. I use always this cellar because the exit leads directly to the devotion shrine and directly to the Gareth Torvan. So one stone, two birds. Also always here is a chance for a treasure trove, which is rare materials. And this build's gonna need quite few, because I have to farm for alchemist rings and I have to farm for Ilgur's medal as well later on. Avris Marrow Wheel, sorry. Pretty easy fight. There is a healers all around. Fun fact about Avris: great move the crossbows exclusively to Baralholm Cellar, which is kinda sad, because if you need any of the crossbows you have to be hostile with Baralholm. Avris Marrow Wheel drops only the guns now. As I promised, devotion shrine here. a little bit annoying conversation, but be sure you click everything because conversation reset pretty easily and you can spend 1 minute talk to him, which is completely waste of time. Here is the secret quest, totally worth 1 dynamite, tons of experience, 1 short chest. Not all the time something useful. Another totem, this one I believe is ancient. But the spawns are not, so that's not ancient totem, probably. High quality chest. Never found anything useful. As I said, kill everything. Click all the stumps. You're gonna need tons of wood emblems. This is a normal savage totem. Easy mobs. Dead chill. Caraxes. I'm gonna ult heal all the damage. Nightblade has zero problems with bosses. Especially Trickster. We have tons of resistance reduction, tons of damage, good attack speed, thanks to the savagery buffs. Code Trickster is a very good starter if you are new to the game. Requires just 1, 2, 3, like 4 buttons active. One of them is a buff, one of them is a movement ability, and you have right and left click, which is I think very suitable for beginners. It's a very tanky class. He's gonna end up with a lot of life, close to 20k plus, which is a huge life pool, thanks to the various passives and stuff. Gonna end up with a lot of damage, a lot of absorbs from the devotion tree.
Whatever it is you if you what you I can
Make a deal. Let's sell all the bullshit that we pick up. Seal of the Royal Crown. Gonna keep that. Maybe I'm gonna need these resistances later on. You never know. All the rest I'm pretty sure is garbage. Apart from the blueprints. Here we have another options for the swords. We can use different MI on the offhand or the main hand. Some people like it. It's a chill strife. Me personally, I prefer Spectral Sword and Spectral Axe. But I can give a chance to the chill strife as well, especially if I roll a good one. I can test it actually, because cold stone is not very expensive component, so you can keep 1-2 sets of weapons and just shift them around, test different stuff. Chance she dropped this is this time she wears a flame strife, I'm pretty sure. This is a flame strife. You can reset. It's gonna take you a couple of runs probably. Unfortunately, it's not guaranteed. Sometimes takes quite long until you get what you need. That's why I hate to farm for the strifes, because there is a chance she can wear the same strife for a 10 runs straight. And like how we always say the Discord, games knows what you need, so never drops to you. For example, when I farm Flame Strife, it was 3 Flame Strifes in a 10 runs. And now when I don't need it, I have it at the first try. And probably I'm gonna have a Flame Strife again, just because I don't need it. But I try to be optimistic. I think this time we have the chill strife. Yep, chilled. Sanctification. This is all damage. Actually not a bad one. Not particularly upgrade. But this gives ether resistance, something that I value at the moment. Also racial damage, probably due to the sanctification suffix, which is fair enough. A lot of offensive ability and extra resistance shred. We can drop the main hunt, test this out. I'm gonna just craft one more cold stone. I don't want to lose my spectral sword. This gives me bigger shadow strike hits, but always worth to check. Okay, next level we can equip that. Let's come Mokdrogan. We value his 3 skeleton key. Okay, time to check how it's gonna be with just the strife over the sword. Okay, we deal immediately less damage with shadow strike. But I think we deal more damage toe to toe. Yes, Mokdrogan, gonna do your quest. No problem at all, pal. We gonna bump Raging Tempest. Good stuff. What we can get now is a little bit complicated. I think it's time for Rowan's Crown. I'm gonna leave Mokdrogan in his personal garden. I don't care about his desire to clean this mess up. I am assassin, not gardener, so he's gonna find somebody else. Here is a boss that sometimes usually I avoid, but we can showcase the power of the Trickster. Kravao is a very tricky boss. It summons tons of hats, comes with tons of damage. Always have a cluster on a hardcore, always clear the hats. It's a type of arena battle, so it's very easily to get body blocked and take tons of damage from multiple sources. He's gonna Sunder. You don't want to overstay your welcome on his pulse. You want to clear the hats, dodge the Sunder, and immediately go back, finish him off. Usually this battle is much more complicated. Just Trickster, Cold Trickster in general is pretty strong archetype. In the right hands, this build is absolutely beast. Of course, if you are a casual player or a beginner, it's gonna be a little bit more clunky for you until you master the class. Me being one of the top pilots at the Grimdown League, I execute this quite well. Honestly, melee builds is not my forte. I am usually a caster type of a person. Still, I do it pretty well, but there is a much better melee players than me that can execute this to a perfection. But if you ever doubt to try Corba Trickster, don't. this build totally worth. He's a very fast farmer. Very good overall build. Sustains very well. Tons of defensives and defensive layouts. Here, next objective is a Silvaria's Den. Three possible spawn locations. This is the first one. It's very easy to memorize. It's east from the Laria's Den. Next, you have to just hook the east part of the map and you're gonna approach the next one. The third one is a little bit tricky. You can easily mess it up because camera angle and stuff. And here is the second one. As you see, just hug the west part of the map and you're gonna find it between these two gaps. I'm gonna leave my rift gate here. Abducted witches, their big spawn location. You can see them on the map. Very fast friends, Tungombok. Next step is to banish Ugdo. As I say it all the time, 9 out of 10 cases you want to kill him. There is only one case when you have to save him, and that's the moment when you use merit and you have all the rift gates. If you save this guy unlock Coven faction for you. So this is the only way I don't kill him. Because usually to unlock the Coven faction you have to do all the quests up to the Coven, which is a little bit sad because on a speedrun usually you don't want to. Second point. Few sips of coffee. I slay Wendigos and Wendigo spirits much better when I have my coffee. And it's time for one of the most boring questline that ever exists in Grimdown. This is Barrow Home. Honestly, I hate to do it, but I like to have a Ravager as an option. I don't like Skorf, he's a douchebag. But desperate times cause desperate measures. I have to pretend I'm his friend. That's why I prefer League mechanics a little bit more over the vanilla game. Because at least at the League we have another option to summon Ravager, which completely frees me of being Barrow Home slave. because a ridiculous questline, the most powerful Wendigo tribe can take care of 3 totems and a mine full of crabs. There is nothing exciting about this questline, it's just straight away boring. Also, mine is very annoying. There is an interesting mines in this game, but Barrowhole mine is absolutely dog shit. If I am honest, I think Chill Strife, sorry, works quite well. I see improve in my toe-to-toe damage. Yeah, my Shadow Strike suffer, but Shadow Strike is not the main idea of this build, so... Also, bonus is quite nice. I almost hit 20 out of 10 Night's Chill. Here, the most tricky moment, this quest here is a follow-up. So you have to be sure you kill every single crab in this mine. You don't want to go back here, because you have to reset the session. This is a follow-up quest, so doesn't keep the track on the kills. So even if you miss one crab, you have to reset the whole session. If you go back here, it's not gonna be enough. Almost guaranteed, I think there is a treasure trove. Also, as usual, this is a mine, so there is a chance for one guaranteed dynamite and a few more, if you're lucky enough. We have to check every single corner, every single fork of the map. I think I messed it up this quest twice. But it happens, it's not impossible. So here every single breakable have a chance for a dynamite. So be sure you break everything. Dynamite's not expensive craft, but when you have a chance to get something for free, just go for it. Also saves you time to go and crafting these materials. Here is a tricky part. Sometimes they spawn here in this area, and it's very easy for you to pass because it looks empty. But the quest crabs, they can spawn under the ground, like this case here. Well, this green one was a quest one, I believe. This ancient totem is gonna be very rippy. And now is a good moment to test Chill Strife against single target boss, which is quite tanky usually, so we can have some insight. Damage is actually pretty good. It's not difference honestly between Chill Strife and the Spectral Sword, but I think I never used Chill Strife, so now is a good time to showcase that. Some experiments never hurt. Okay, we have everything to close the Coven. We get honored with Homestead, immediately teleport for the Rit. Because we're gonna kill tons of... Also, this is a quest that opens at Honored, which is basically a single conversation. We can sell some stuff that we are sure useless. Is there attack speed on this one? Nope. Definitely no go for me. This one was a Ether one. Yep. Vitality. Ring of Shadows. This comes with Shadow Strike. Gonna keep it. Maybe it's potential upgrade. This is not a bad pants, but just 3 pants so much better for the utility they provide. That is very hard to swap this for some epic item, even if it gives you skill bonuses. Let's get a quick chat with Barnabas for this sweet reputation and experience. We missed some objective here, I'm pretty sure. Yep, I come here and never click it. Such a dumb mistake. Now is the moment of truth. Let's see if we clear the mines correctly. We did it. This is amazing. Skorv's gonna send us to kill Laria. This is totally in our job description. We are cold blood killer, so also what assassin we gonna be if we don't assassinate people. So it's time to assassinate Laria. Also, she's another chance to drop either Chill Strife, Storm Strife or a Flame Strife. I always like to have them both. Shield of Scorched Runes, I think this one is better. Main downside of this weapon requires Spirit, and we don't stack Spirit. So at some point, even if I like to play with this, I prefer not to spend so much points in Spirit. So after we have some fun, I think it's good to switch off back to the Spectral Sword. Just attack speed is a very important mode on a weapon, and this is literally a faster base than this one. No, this actually a dagger, this is a faster base. But anyways, it's not worth it because I have to scale Spirit and I don't want to. Plot twist, even if you spare Laria, Skor's gonna kill her anyways. So better do it by herself. This Coven reputation is easy farmable. And the penalty is very small anyways.
Now that you have ever since deep beneath you have brought deep beneath. Have you found that she
We forgot Silvaria. Typical me. I even left a rift gate there. Now we have to do the walk of shame. Fair enough. Thankfully I didn't kill everything, so I can easily shadow strike around the map. Still a lot of walking though. Silvaria's Den is a very annoying place to be. There is a several stuff that can kill you and you can easily get stuck because these tentacles, or not exactly tentacles but branches. But this is the best place to farm Ugdan Blooms, especially in Ultimate. You have a good spawns here of heroes. Silvaria have a great chance to drop 2. And these big guys, they have a fair chance to drop. So this is top destination if you want to pick some flowers. Boss fight is extremely easy on this build. She's gonna be down before she even casts something on me. Cutthroat. That's a peer stuff. Not interested.
Have you found
Another level. Another Raging Tempest. More resistance shred. Quests are locked now behind the faction reputation. So we have to speak just with one more person. And let's go and save our buddy Ugrim. He waiting gently for us at the void. And back to tonic business. We have multiplier on the strife, so I'm gonna switch off. This is 15% more damage, the tonics. We love racial damage. It's a very powerful modifier in Grimdown. We have to crowd control the big guys. That's why usually I save my Ring of Steel. Because most of the Catonics, they are completely freezable. That's why Cold Trickster is one of the safest traitors. It's very easy to crowd control with Ring of Steel and with Amatok Blizzard. Everything just stands in place. Fast. Really fast kill. Usually this boss is very weak. If you stay away from the volcanoes, his volcanoes pretty weak compared to Gargabo ones, but still it's not good to stay on top of them. Ugrim, we're gonna test the damage. He's gonna be multiple levels on top of us. For here it's good to remove the strife. He's not chthonic. In general, I think strife is not so good for Nightblade. And we save Fulgrim. I can make few kills just to not end the episode at level 49. 50 sounds better. Spoke to Amala. And this is the ideal ending of the episode, to be level 50. Void Trend. Good attack speed, good resistances. I'm gonna keep that. And we can get mastery here. Raging Tempest is full. We are very close to grab Elemental Storm as well. Actually, we can remove some stuff here and there probably. But I like to do this around 40 points or 35. For now, I'm happy with what I have. I'm gonna leave it like this and slowly progress. This is gonna be from today's episode. We clear Coven, save Fulgrim. Thank you everyone for watching. Please consider subscribe and like. I do this mainly for fun, but gives me more motivation. And also, if many people reach, this game is gonna grow up a better community. I mean in numbers. Still a good fan base, but I think this game deserves a lot more light and a lot more love in the gaming community, because it's a great game. They still do updates. There is a big expansion that comes out, as I always say it in my videos. Stay tuned and see you in the next one.